If you click this, you're either new in business, new skincare business, whatever business it is, and you want to know what to avoid in the beginning of your business. Or maybe while you're in it, maybe you're in it right now and you're probably trying to get things more organized and you're trying to figure out what to avoid or what is it that you must not do or shouldn't do, right? If that's the case, then keep watching because I'm going to go over some of the things that I've learned while I was in business. First thing, avoid making your business name the variation of another company's. I know a lot of people are like, what do you mean, right? Trust me, I've seen it so much time. It's tacky. No matter how successful your business might get after it, it's tacky to have a business name that is literally a variation of another business. And 9 times out of 10, notice that those businesses that their name is a variation of another business, their success is minimal, right? Because people look at their business and they're like, this is a business name similar to X business. And you can argue back as much as you like and be like, well, no, this person doesn't own such name. My own is this with a Z at the end or this plus that. Still tacky. No matter how good your product is, it's tacky business practices. Be creative, create your own name so you can have your own identity. Why would you want when someone look on your business, they see another business, even if you can trademark that name, right? But it's still a variation and it's similar to the other companies. Why would you want to be recognized by another company, as another company before they see your business? No one wants that because that's what's going to happen. They're going to look at your business name and they're going to be like, oh, isn't such and such business called that? Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's this business. So clearly they're going to see their business first before they see yours. And that's not something you want. You want to create your own name, create your own community, and, be creative. Start from scratch. Put some meaning into it. Think about it. There's so many ways to find business name. I think there's a link online called Business Name Generator or Name Generator. If I can find it, I'll link it down below. But either way, be creative and come up with your own name. Do not sit out here. I know other people's companies like inspiration to you. I know, you're influenced by it, you like it. That doesn't mean that you should copy it and do like a variation of it or whatever. Create your own thing. Do not do a variation of someone else's name. It's tacky. Create your own name. Another thing I like to add to that is that when you create your name of a variation as another company, you might run into legal things in the long run. Some people don't, some people do. You never know how it will go legally. So you might run into legal issues, and just to be original so you can prevent these legal issues. Try your best to not copy someone else's products. I know you might be like, oh my gosh, like I see all these big companies always have dupes, They are large companies. We have been over this. They are larger companies. Not because a larger company do it means that there's a thin line. Like there's some things you can take away from larger companies, customer service related, and there's some things you cannot, which is a lot of their operations, because a lot of their operations stuff you can't do as a small business. So in your beginning of your business, you're just starting out, nobody knows who you are. Why would you start out copying someone else's product? Because if that product is a popular product, best believe that there's somebody out there who's going to recognize and say, wait, isn't this product the same product as X? You don't want that type of reputation for your business. So start off being original. Don't copy someone else's product. You have people who copy someone else's product and they're like, for skincare, take their ingredients list, the whole 9, everything. And when you're finished, you literally have a duplicate of someone else's product. You don't want that. You want to be original. You want to be known for your own product. So don't go ahead and copy someone else's you can be inspired. You can be inspired because there's always inspiration in other people around you. But do not copy the entire product. That's not good for business. Don't copy the entire product. Even though, some people can take a product, take it to somewhere, get the ingredients, and you can remake that product. But why would you do that? Why would you not just be original, Just be original and create your own thing. So do not copy someone else's product. Next, you want to avoid rushing your product launch. So I mentioned this previously in, common mistakes that we make as new business owner or new skincare business owner. Do not rush your product. And sometimes when we want to launch our business as entrepreneurs, we get so excited because we're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna launch this product. It's gonna be amazing. I have the idea. I need to rush. I need to put it out before someone else takes it. Slow down. When you rush a product, especially a handmade product, there's so many errors could happen during that time. The beauty, I always hear this, the beauty is in the process of making that product. You know why? You can discover things about the product you can make in. You can realize, oh, maybe this ingredients need a different, maybe I need to substitute this ingredient because this one doesn't work so well with it. You can get ups and downs, like in and outs of this product. Do not rush your product, because then when you rush it and it's not up to par and your customers get it, they can tell that this isn't a product of quality, which will return in you not having returning customers, upset customers, and bad customer experience and customer service. So you do not want to rush your products, right? You can actually launch, create an Instagram or whatever it is, and start posting things before you actually have the product or before you actually launch the product. But you can use that as a place to create awareness of your business, get some followers and just start pushing out probably some behind the scenes and things that you're working on. So let's stop this. Let's avoid this whole thing overall of rushing your launch just because you want to start a business. Next, you want to avoid not setting business boundaries, right? So you need to avoid just having your business just run and anything just goes, right? Avoid that. Avoid having an unorganized business. So you want to set business boundaries. What does that mean? Is that sometimes, let me check here. Sometimes you have a customer, like example, you have a customer and you sell face care, but you don't have soap, and a customer comes and says, hey, create this soap. I seen this soap from somewhere else. Create this soap. It would be nice if you created a soap. Yada yada yada. Two things I want you to take into consideration. Does that align with the future goals of your business? That's number one. Two, is this soap a soap that you have the knowledge to create and to create it in the time period that this customer wants it, right? Three, will this be worth it to create this one product to this customer without advertising, marketing it, and asking your customer base, right? So with those things, after taking those things into consideration and asking yourself those questions, does this product make sense for your business right now at this very moment? All right, so these questions are very important, because what may happen is that a customer may come and bring a certain product to you, and even though you're working on other things, you might cut corners and try to create this product, sell it to this customer. It is not the best quality, and the customer realizes that, and you in yourself know it's not the best quality, but you wanted this sale. Don't do it. So set a boundary between your customers and you. Your customer comes, hey, I want this product. Say, hey, I don't make soaps at this time, but I might make it in the future, and if I do, I'll definitely let you know. Don't rush it. Don't try to make something that you don't have. Don't try to be something that you're not at the moment. Eventually you probably get there, but right now, don't rush it. Avoid pretending like you know something if you don't know it. What does that mean? If a customer comes to you and they ask, hey, this soap that you're creating, it has X ingredients and it is known to do this. Can your product do this? Will it do this for me? Don't go ahead and be like, oh yeah, of course it does that, Yeah, I know about this. I know about this benefit of the product. It happens all the time. My customers come back and tell me, don't do that. Don't pretend like you know something that you don't know. Keep it real. The customer comes to you and say, oh, it does this, and say, you can be surprised. Say, oh, really? I never really seen that in my research, but I also never had a customer come back and tell me that my product does this. So probably, even though this ingredient is in my product, it probably won't do that for you, right? Be honest. Don't lie. I feel like some people are doing this because they say they probably have a certain ingredient in their product. So they're like, you know what? This ingredient is known to do this. So I'm just going to write it on the description. And sometimes they write it on the description, and when you put that ingredient and mix it with your other ingredient, it doesn't do what you think it's supposed to do because of whatever else is in there and the percentage that you use. It's probably not going to give you the results that you expect. And as a result, you're going to need to be honest with your customers and say, hey, this ingredient is in there, but that's not what my product does. My product does this. And if you do have a customer come back and say, yo, I used your product and it did this for me, then great. But don't go out there knowing that your product has never delivered X result, and you're telling these people that it delivered X result. Keep it in mind, you have never done like a chemical test or anything on this to figure out what this does. You're just going off of, probably some customers that you allowed to use a product to give back some reviews. So don't go out here telling them all these other things. Use your reviews that you got back and say, hey, this is what it does, and use that to sell it. Don't create stuff. Don't lie about stuff. Avoid checking other people's Instagram as much as possible, meaning other people in the industry. Have a few that you can go to check. Maybe if you're starting out and you want some inspiration, you know, you want to see kind of what's out there and how things, maybe the price of stuff, but don't live on it, because this will lead to massive comparison. You're going to be comparing yourself to another page that has been out there for so long, and that, you know, they say comparison is the thief of joy or the kill of joy, something like that. But yeah, that, my friend, like going back and forth and looking at somebody's page, especially in the beginning, and you probably have like 1,000 followers or 500, and you're looking at somebody else who probably do the same thing as you, and they're like all the way up there, and you're looking at your page and you're like, and even your sales, and you're like, what am I doing wrong? You cannot keep going on these people's page. It is going to affect you mentally, and you're going to continuously comparing yourself to everybody that's doing better than you around you, right? And also another thing that people don't realize is that continuously going at, like, maybe even the competition, you can say it's competition because, you know, good competition is fine. Continuously going on these pages can turn into unintentional copying people. Now you're probably like, copying, like I don't copy anybody. You don't know that. Like, you don't realize it when you're doing it, because you're so influenced by this page and you go on this page so often. When it's time for you to make your product, you write down to your labels, you might be influenced and probably, you know, unintentionally creating your products like this person's, when that was never your intention. Avoid stretching yourself thin over all these social media platforms. What do I mean by that? Meaning, in the beginning, you may be tempted because you hear all these gurus and everything these people are talking about. So you're probably tempted to be like, I'm going to start an Instagram, a Pinterest, a YouTube, a TikTok, a this, a that, all the platforms out there. You are one person. In the beginning, especially when you don't have a lot of investment, you're one person. So why would you think that you can extend yourself across all these platforms, plus make your products, if you're hand making them, plus marketing them? It is a lot. So that means don't go on all these platforms. Here's my advice with this. Choose a platform where you like the most. Some people have a huge success on TikTok because they know that's what everybody's talking about. That's what everybody is on. So some people say really good success with that. If that is their platform, then so be it. Put it all in TikTok. But a lot of people with TikTok also have Instagrams, so that would be your secondary platform, because you can share, you can repurpose content on both platforms, right? So you can use those platforms. I'm not a TikTok fan. That is not my platform. I'm not on that. So for me, it is Instagram. So if you're someone who is not a TikTok person, the excitement and a lot of views and things that you just don't want to be on TikTok, then that's fine. Instagram is my platform. That's a platform that I would use at this moment for me, because I can't TikTok mentally, no. So it'd be Instagram and a YouTube channel. It would be those two, or Instagram and Pinterest. Those two could be a good way of, getting customers as well. So definitely look into Instagram or YouTube, TikTok, whichever one it is, but just choose, I would say only choose two. Don't use all of them, because it can get difficult as one person to run all these platforms, overwhelming, and you might burn out, and you might just want to stop overall. So try not to use all the platforms, but do use two of them, right? And then as time progresses, you can increase and go on to other platforms, but take your time marketing your business on one or two platforms. Do not try to be on all these platforms. It's going to drive you crazy. Thanks for watching. I hope these mistakes help you and prevent you from making the same mistakes as well, and help you in your skincare business or whatever business that you have. If you like this video, go ahead and watch my next video here.